Are we filming? Yes, we are. So, hello again, and today it's a hopefully quite an interesting one because this is I'm about to complete the second part of my eBay experiment. I'll leave a link in the notes below to the first video. But just to summarise, a few months ago I said that I was going to do an eBay experiment where I had two items that were desirable enough to get people wanting to buy or bid, and they needed to be identical in desirability. And so I decided that from my collection I would sell my pair of Filofax Jottas. Now, these are an interesting thing. You can see that the idea is that there are slots in the leather at bottom and top where you just insert a single sheet, maybe a couple, who knows, of Filofax personal sized paper to facilitate writing notes or jotting things down. And they were both. There's an interesting story to these because they are in immaculate condition, possibly unused. So, I bought these several years ago from I bought a collection of Filofaxes, really nice Filofaxes, all vintage Filofaxes, and in amongst those Filofaxes was an original Filofax desk fax. You know, the one that is basically has personal sized rings but takes Filofax personal sized paper that is twice the width, same height, same ring spacing, but twice the width of personal sized paper. And that used to be that was the original desk fax. Which then morphed. They changed the design of it, and it became 9 rings instead of 6. But this, and I'm digressing, but give me some rope here. This desk fax was made for Hermes, the very, very high-end store. Who had a relationship at the time with the Filofax company as it was. And in there, I mean, I wish I hadn't sold it now, but here we go. But in there were 2 of these Jottas in matching leather. They were identical. So I assumed that they were part of the deal with Hermes. Anyway, I separated them out, I parted them out, and I kept these Jottas for some reason. And a few months ago, I said that I would sell them both. And the experiment was to sell one as a Dutch auction. Now, a Dutch auction starts at an impossibly high price and then keeps going down until someone effectively puts their hands up. And then another one in a traditional auction where I just the price starts in this case at 1 penny, and then goes up until there's one bidder left in the ring, as it were. Although eBay no longer do proper Dutch auctions, you can simulate a Dutch auction by regularly and religiously reducing the price, letting people know that that's what you're doing, that you're going to be running a Dutch auction. So you describe it in the listing. In my case, I reduced it by, I believe, around about 7% every Saturday. And I started at a ridiculous £300, and then worked my way down ostensibly all the way to £1. You can't go below £1 with a fixed price item on eBay, and the item sold. If you look at the sold listings on eBay, by clicking the link below in the description, you'll find out how much that Dutch auction sold for, because I sold it less than 90 days ago at the time of publishing of this video, after which they disappeared from eBay. So have a look and see what, if you're curious, see what I sold it for. Now this is now, as at the time of publishing, this is a live auction on eBay. I started it Sunday night, and it's a 7-day auction, and so it will end on Sunday evening, this coming Sunday. And I started it at 1 penny, including shipping. And we'll see. It's not going to go for a penny because I've already had 18 bids in the last 36 hours. But again, I've got a link in the description. You can have a quick look in there and see what it's up to. You can check periodically if you like. But then once it is sold, I'll do a brief video next week sometime announcing what the result was. How much did this wind is blowing. Oops. This wind is blowing so much it's actually blowing my camera on its tripod. But anyway, next week I'll reveal the result. From a seller's point of view, it will give an indication, I guess, as to which selling mechanism was more successful, the pseudo Dutch auction or the traditional eBay auction where the price starts at a low price and then keeps going up. So there we go. I am curious. Now I know that a lot of dealers, I mean, I'm a retired antiques dealer. I've used eBay extensively. I've sold. You can see from my feedback that I've sold literally thousands of items. Back in the old days, most items were sold, including myself, as a traditional auction on eBay. But as I read recently that a lot of trains today, 90% of everything sold on eBay these days is as a fixed price, as a buy it now. Very few things sell as auctions. But I am curious. I do like auctions because there is the excitement of knowing you're going to get a sale, especially if, like me, you regularly post things with a starting price of 1 penny, including shipping. So there's a risk to the seller if you do that. So I am inclined these days to. I mean, I have more than one eBay. I have eBay channels for different things, if you like, eBay accounts. This won't sway me from this experiment won't sway me from how I'm doing things, but it is an interesting exercise because it's rare to have two desirable things that are filofax related in the same condition that you can sell. But what I do, as you may know, is I do use fixed price items, but I mean I do. It is a conundrum because it's a conundrum because I obviously I'm in business to make money. I'm not a charity, but although I do donate some money to charity with my sales, as you can see from my listings. However, I am inclined to use a pseudo Dutch auction, whereby I start at a ridiculously high price and then work my way down to £1 if necessary, because I think that is I think that's fair, because what I don't think is fair is if a desirable item is left as an auction for month after month after month at exactly the same price, almost like you're fishing, I think that's quite cynical. I think if you're going to sell an item as a fixed price, then you must have some intention of reducing the price regularly, so that eventually the item does find the right buyer. That's my philosophy anyway. And some you win, some you lose, as it were, but everybody gains, because that item is I'm digressing here, but as you've probably seen from previous videos, when I unwrap eBay items I win or buy, sometimes the packaging is like so terrible that it puts it can destroy a filofax, certainly the rings. So I am obviously taking that chance as a buyer, and since I don't do that myself, I pack very, very well. I mean, nothing's perfect in life, but unless someone is deliberately vandalising a parcel, I've never had a parcel that has been damaged in the post. So, and I've sold literally thousands and thousands. I think it's 8,000 over the years. So, quite a few. Never had a issue with damage. So, I guess that's an endorsement of my packaging. So, I guess I'm providing a bit of a service, making some money along the way, possibly. But there we are. So let's wait until this Sunday. I will publish the results after Sunday, and then we will see whether it was whether I was more successful as a Dutch auction, as a regularly reducing buy it now, or whether or not the excitement of the standard eBay auction got at least two people carried away to bid the price right up, which will be good for me, and not so good for the buyer. But the thing is, this is a rare thing. There are none available globally at the moment online that I can find. It is something that I saw a post on social media a few months ago from a Filofax collector who declared that he'd spent almost the entire lifetime searching for one of these Filofax Jottas in good condition. So maybe that person is out there, maybe that person follows my posts, maybe they're going to step in and make a bold bid here. But we will see. So that's all I have to say. I'm going to go in because it's bitterly cold. It's a bitterly cold November day, and I will edit this straight away. And I'm filming this on the day I'm going to be publishing. So this Sunday, I've been waffling now, but this Sunday Sunday night is the night. We will see. Thanks very much for watching. Bye for now.